What missing persons case is the most confusing / doesn't add up? Chance Englebert. Chance Leslie Englebert was a 25-year-old husband and father who had recently taken a new job in Moorcroft, Wyoming, before he disappeared while visiting his in-laws in Gering, Nebraska on July 6, 2019. Just a week before Chance disappeared, he lost his job. The coal mine where he had worked as a welder laid off 600 employees. Chance knew he had to find a job quickly, so he accepted a position with a local propane company. He would start his new job when he returned from a 4th of July visit with Bailey's family in Gering, Nebraska. Chance, his wife, Bailey, and their 3-month-old son made the 220-mile drive to visit her grandparents in Gering, Nebraska. On Saturday, July 6th, Chance went golfing with Bailey's dad and her sister's boyfriend. Bailey spoke with Chance while he was on the course, and he seemed to be in a good mood. She said the guys were drinking and having fun together. A short time later, Chance called her back and asked her to pick him up. He said he was upset over a comment one of his golf partners made about his new job. Bailey said they didn't argue on the way back to her grandparents' house, but when they pulled into the driveway, Chance got out of the car and walked away. Bailey said at first she wasn't concerned because when Chance got upset, he would sometimes take a walk to cool off. After Chance walked out of view, Bailey tried calling him, and when he didn't answer, she went looking for him, but she couldn't find him. He finally picked up her call at 7:46 p.m., told her he was walking south toward Kimball, and hung up. Later reports from his friends indicated he had told them he was walking north toward Torrington, Wyoming. The last known person to speak with Chance was his friend Matt Miller around 8:46 p.m. Chances had received a cryptic text message from him at 9:08 p.m., and shortly after, his phone went dark. A strong thunderstorm blew through Gering around 9 p.m. that evening. Bailey's family speculated he may have sought shelter inside a local business or nearby building. When the storm was over, Bailey's grandfather drove around town looking for Chance, but his search came up empty, and no one has heard from Chance since. It's been 4 years since Chance was last seen in Gering, Nebraska, wearing a short-sleeved button-up Wrangler shirt, dark blue jeans, a belt with a rodeo buckle, old-school roper boots, and a black and white trucker cap. He is 5 feet 9 inches tall, about 190 pounds, with sunlight-and brown hair, a mustache, and a goatee. Stephanie Stewart. She was 70 years old and worked as a fire lookout in Alberta, Canada, and disappeared from her post on August 26, 2008, and they still don't really know what happened to her. In the early morning of August 26, 2006, a fellow fire lookout was sent to check on her after she failed to call in a routine report. Her cabin and tower were accessible by road, and the co-worker immediately noticed that her truck was still in the drive. She was reported missing at about 9 a.m. that morning. Upon entering the cabin, there was a pot on the stove that had boiled dry, and her bedding, 2 pillows with blue pillowcases, burgundy bedsheet, Navajo-patterned duvet, and her gold watch were missing. There was also blood on the steps of the cabin. Her disappearance launched one of the ground search in Alberta's history, and they found nothing. Forensic evidence ruled out an animal attack, death by accident, or a medical episode that caused her to wander off. They have concluded that she met with foul play, but that's it. They never found her, and the case quickly went cold. Na Maciejewska from Malvern, Pennsylvania, in 2017. Anna Maciejewska was a 43-year-old wife and mother to her 4-year-old son living in Malvern, Pennsylvania. But on April 10th that year, she reportedly left for work at about 9:45 a.m. and has never been seen again. According to Anna's husband, who last saw her that Monday morning, she left for work in a panic. Then, she failed to return home that evening and was eventually reported missing 2 days later, on April 12, 2017. Anna last spoke with her parents on March 28, 2017, to plan a trip to Poland. That visit was meant to celebrate her father, Zygmunt's 80th birthday, since the father-daughter duo had a very tight-knit relationship. But then, the very next day, on March 29, 2017, Anna canceled the trip out of the blue. "Sorry, I can't come. Kisses, Anna." Anna first texted her mom regarding the trip cancellation. Then, on March 30th, Anna sent another text. This time, though, it was directed to her father and written using broken Polish, pushing her parents to believe that someone else had been using Anna's phone. Anna didn't write this message, Janina claimed. The following week, Anna's co-workers also noticed that she did not show up to work. Instead of calling to inform the office, though, she reportedly texted out as sick on April 3, 2017, which was highly uncharacteristic. So, once Anna did not show up for work the following Monday, her co-workers decided to contact the police. Authorities did find the circumstances to be suspicious, given Anna's age and the fact that she had a young child left behind. This prompted police officers to carry out a welfare check at Anna's home on Monday, April 10, 2017. Upon arrival, though, the officers found that no one was home. And just 2 days later, on April 12th, Anna's husband called the police regarding his wife. He claimed to have not seen his wife since April 10th. During mid-May, though, there was a change in the case. Anna's car, a navy blue 2011 Audi, was discovered less than 2 miles away from her house on May 8, 2017. According to Trooper Roberts, the car was discovered in the back of a parking lot in a private community and was not located along any of Anna's known routes. The vehicle and wooded trails behind the parking lot were subsequently searched, but not a single shred of evidence was located, and Anna's case turned into a homicide investigation.